Adam stood in the rain, broken, ready to give up on everything, including himself. Inside, Lisa clutched the final notice from the bank, knowing their home and love were hanging by a thread. When he finally returned, drenched and trembling, Lisa held him as if her arms alone could keep him alive. That night, they spoke. Adam sat in the small living room staring at the peeling paint on the wall. His hands trembled as he held an unopened envelope from the bank. Lisa sat beside him, her face pale but steady. The rain outside tapped the window like a cruel reminder of the storm in their lives. They had borrowed money to keep Adam's little shop alive, but business collapsed when the market burned down. Now debt collectors called every day, and Adam often wished he could disappear. Sometimes he stayed in bed all day, his mind heavy with shadows he couldn't explain. Lisa tried to smile, tried to cook, tried to hold him. But at night, when Adam couldn't see her, she silently cried into her pillow, wondering how long love could survive when everything else was breaking. Yet she still whispered to him, "We'll make it through, Adam." Somehow, the storm grew louder in their lives. One evening, men in black jackets knocked hard on the door. Adam froze. Lisa's heart raced as they shouted about money, threatening to take their furniture. Lisa stood in front of Adam, who was shaking, and told the men to leave. They laughed, warning they would be back. When they left, Adam buried his face in his hands. "I'm useless," he muttered. Lisa knelt in front of him, forcing him to look at her. "No, Adam, you're my husband. You're the man I love. Debt doesn't change that." But inside, Lisa was breaking too. She thought about her own job at the bakery, barely enough to buy rice and beans. Her body was thin, her eyes tired. Still, every morning she woke Adam with soft words, forcing him to rise, to eat, to breathe. She didn't know if she was strong or just desperate, but she refused to let the darkness swallow him. Depression clung to Adam like a shadow. He stopped speaking for days. Lisa worried he might harm himself, so she hid the knives at night. One morning, she found him sitting outside, staring at the sky as if waiting for it to fall. She sat beside him, holding his hand. "What are you thinking?" she asked. His lips trembled. "That maybe the world would be better without me." Lisa's chest tightened like someone had tied a rope around her heart. She cupped his face with her hands. "Don't ever say that again. If the world loses you, then I lose everything. Do you hear me?" He nodded, but tears slid down his face. She kissed them away. For the first time in weeks, Adam held her tightly, his body shaking against hers. That night, when the storm outside rattled their roof and water dripped through holes, Lisa clung to Adam, whispering, "We'll live. Even if all we have is each other, we'll live." Their worst night came in silence. The bank sent a final notice. If they couldn't pay in 1 week, they would lose the house. Lisa looked at Adam, her voice low but steady. "We can't lose this place. It's all we have." Adam felt the weight of his failures crush him again. He went out in the rain, wandering the streets until his clothes stuck to his skin. He thought about ending everything, but then he remembered Lisa's eyes, the way they looked at him like he was still worth something. He returned home soaked and trembling. Lisa met him at the door, hugging him before he could